You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. I am a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. Better to remain silent and be though a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. I would rather be a little nobody than to be an evil somebody. I believe the Bible is the best gift God has ever given to man. All the good of the Savior of the world is communicated to us through the book. I am now the most miserable man living. If what I feel were equally distributed to the whole human family, there would not be one cheerful face on the earth. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. You cannot help men permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. No matter how much the cats fight, there always seem to be plenty of kittens. America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we falter and lose our freedoms, it will be because we destroyed ourselves. Every man is said to have his peculiar ambition. Whether it be true or not, I can say, for one, that I have no other so great as that of being truly esteemed of my fellow men, by rendering myself worthy of their esteem. How far I shall succeed in gratifying this ambition is yet to be developed. We the people are the rightful masters of both Congress and the courts, not to overthrow the Constitution but to overthrow the men who pervert the Constitution. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live by the light that I have. I must stand with anybody that stands right, and stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts. I remember my mother's prayers and they have always followed me. They have clung to me all my life. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. Don't worry when you are not recognized, but strive to be worthy of recognition. My dream is of a place in a time where America will once again be seen as the last best hope of Earth. This country, with its institutions, belongs to the people who inhabit it. Whenever they shall grow weary of the existing government, they can exercise their constitutional right of amending it, or exercise their revolutionary right to overthrow it. I like to see a man proud of the place in which he lives. I like to see a man alive so that his place will be proud of him. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. Let's have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves, and under the rule of a just God, cannot long retain it. The shepherd drives the wolf from the sheep's throat, for which the sheep thanks the shepherd as his liberator, while the wolf denounces him for the same act as the destroyer of liberty. Plainly, the sheep and the wolf are not agreed upon a definition of liberty. At what point then is the approach of danger to be expected? I answer, if it ever reach us, it must spring up amongst us. It cannot come from abroad. If destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be its author and finisher. As a nation of freemen, we must live through all time, or die by suicide. Labor is prior to, and independent of, capital. Capital is only the fruit of labor, and could never have existed if labor had not first existed. Labor is the superior of capital, and deserves much the higher consideration. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. If we could first know where we are, and whither we are tending, we could then better judge what to do, and how to do it. With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right, as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds. Discourage litigation. Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. As a peacemaker, the lawyer has superior opportunity of being a good man. There will still be business enough. Stand with anybody that stands right. Stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong.